I think the really key things that came out of it for me is that in life, you just need the best people around you. Like, you have to cut people out of your life that don't add value, that don't lift you up, that don't love you, that don't celebrate your successes as if they were their own.
It's that whole audit the 5 closest people around you.
Yeah, the the direct 5 people around you are a reflection of you, and
they say you'll normally be earning around about the same money.
Interesting.
Like, just statistically speaking.
Yeah. That's you are. What do they say? You're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So I just think you've got to really think about that. And I read the book Minimalism last year by the Minimalists, which I loved, and it was just before I got diagnosed. But they have this idea, this theory that in your life, think about all the people in your life. And you have and then break it up into your primary, your secondary, and then it's periphery. It's everyone else. And they're like, so your primary is, your partner, your immediate family, and your closest friends. And it's like you put all your love and your energy into those people. And if there's any energy left over, it can go into the secondary people. And if then there's anything left over, then it can go into the periphery. But most people spend, I think, a lot of their time in the periphery, and then the people closest to them don't get the best of them or their best.
Especially because the periphery has never been so accessible through social media.
Exactly.
Like all these people liking your photo. You only care about 5 people who are liking your photo, really.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. But you want to get the 50 or, 200 other people who are the peripherals.
Yeah.
And another great example I've heard of it is if you imagine your life as a movie, and at the end credits, it comes up with, Byron Dempsey, and then it comes up with your mum, your dad, and your closest people, and then it comes up with Stuntman 1, Stuntman 2.
Oh, I love
and it's like
that.
all the like you don't care about those people. You only care about the people who have the names at the beginning of the credits.
As a producer, I just love that analogy so much. I'm definitely going to use that.
It's really good. It's really good when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have the top ones, and then you're gonna have, as you said, the secondary, which will be maybe directors, producers.
Yeah, and then all the people that you've walked out of the cinema by this point.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. And I think when you get a cancer diagnosis, for example, it's definitely a really amazing way to crystallize that list. You know instantly who the most important people in your life are, and I suppose for me, I wrote down their names. And I called them one by one to let them know what had happened. And that's your primary, and they're the people you got to put your time and energy into. And if there's people within that primary that are not adding value or, not lifting you up, and like, it sounds harsh, but you've got to remove yourself from them, really, because they're not going to be there for you when it hits the fan,
Yeah.